what are the impact of these cyber threats? Cyber threats can cause financial loss. If you look at the news, you will see a lot of losses. And even recently in Nigeria, a lot of banks are going through, having been hacked, but they are not coming out to say it. They lose money. We can imagine that the bank that you cannot access their information, or banks cannot conduct their transaction because of hacks. So they are losing money. Or maybe some hackers just decide to shut down uh maybe a telecommunication company. I know telecommunication company, when people call, that's when they make money. And people are not able to call. So it leads to financial loss. So it happens a lot. Then we have data breaches, like when an hospital that has records of people's, personal records is being hacked, and this information, is out there in the hands of people who are malicious. So these are data breaches, are the impact of cyber threats. Operational disruption, of course, if they shut down your communication, you have another impact of cyber threat is reputational damage. You know, reputational damage, like, and that is one of the reasons that most banks, especially in places like in our country here, most banks will not talk about cyber, incidents that happen in their bank, because they don't want people to know that their system is vulnerable. So they protect their reputation. Or maybe a celebrity, they hack a celebrity's web page, and then the hackers are using the web page to perpetuate, uh malicious actions, activities. Then the reputation of that celebrity is in question, or reputation of that institution is questioned. And then we have legal and regulatory consequences. So sometimes when these cyber threats happen and it's being investigated, and then it's found that it's as a result of some compliance that are not properly done, you know, these threats can result into legal fines, legal issues can come up, and then regulators can put a bad rating on those individuals or those institutions. So this is a good example why we have GHouse, we have the compliance aspect of cybersecurity. Then we have evolving threat landscape. So we have emerging threats, we have what we call emerging threats. These are examples of zero-day exploits. These are threats that you don't know exist. Zero-day exploits, these are uh, attacks on vulnerabilities that you don't know. For instance, maybe a manufacturer makes a phone, and he doesn't know that if you press the power key on the phone and then you press 1 2 3, something will happen. Maybe it's just a boy that was playing with the phone, a skip kiddie that was playing with the phone one day, just discovered that, if you press this, it will automatically unlock the phone. So those are zero-day exploits, because the manufacturer does not know that if that happens, his phone becomes. So these are examples of emerging threats. And when such things happen and it doesn't get to the knowledge of the manufacturer, and someone decides to go online to post that, if you press power button and key 1 2 3, you will get this, and then it goes viral, and everybody who has that phone begins to, they are exposed, until the manufacturer is able to maybe update their software, and then make the phone secure again. So these are emerging trends. Then we have increased sophistication, because tools are coming out, different technologies coming out, and one of the ways these tools for malicious actions happen is because of the advanced persistent threats. These are people with deep pockets sponsoring research, and sponsoring research and developing new tools. So a lot of money is going to this, and then social engineer, cybersecurity attacks in this area is becoming a lot sophisticated. Like example is social engineering, stealth malware. These are things that can really, really cause a lot of harm, and they are very, very difficult to tackle. Then we have connectivity. Greater connectivity is another thing when you're talking about IoT. Now, every gadget is coming with the ability to connect with the internet. Whether your phone, your TV, your gas cooker, your fridge, your car, because these things are now being connected to the internet, is increasing the the attack vector like this, the threat landscape is becoming more sophisticated. So you now need to protect your phone. You need cybersecurity professional to protect your free to specialize in protecting fridges, to protect your drones, to protect these different things. So greater connectivity is also uh, making the threat landscape increase, and then regulatory changes too. So when new regulations come up, then it means that the threats too increase because you are now having the need to meet up with regulations. So and when these regulations you don't meet up with these regulations, you can be exposed to regulatory fines, or clamp down that leads to your system being unavailable. So if you're a GRC, professional, for example, and in cybersecurity, your role is to ensure that your organization complies with such regulations. So we also have defensive measures that you can take, which are regular security assessments. These are vulnerability testing or vulnerability scanning. So we have people who specialize in vulnerability management too. As an aspect of cybersecurity, these people conduct regular security assessments of your systems and make sure that your system is intact and is okay. Then we have user training and awareness. These are people who are constantly training your people in your organization, training the community. For example, like about a week ago, I myself I was involved in training some students, creating an awareness about cybersecurity. So these are people. This training awareness is ensuring that people know the right thing to do and the right things to protect themselves from being exposed to cybersecurity threat. And then we have advanced security technologies, AI. This is season, this age of AI. We have CM system, which are security incidents and events, management system. These are systems that are protecting you in your system every time in real time, ensuring that your your devices or your system or your networks are constantly being protected, and they are AI driven because you don't need a human to stay behind it. They are using data to control the software that are carrying out this. Then we have the incident response planning. The incident response plan is like having a guideline, of what to do in case you notice a compromise. For instance, if you suddenly discover that your device at home has been hacked. Maybe you suddenly discover that your webcam is just coming up and some people are monitoring you. What are the things you need to do? What are the set of steps you need to take? Or when you suddenly discover that a system in your organization has been infected with virus, what are the plan? How do you respond to that? So that's incident response planning. So these are defensive measures. So these plans are prepared ahead of time, you know, before that incident actually happened. So, and this is an area where some people are specialized into incident response planning. So, you can think of that as an area of cybersecurity that you may want to explore too. Then we have strong access control. So this is a no-brainer. Mostly these days, people use this multi-factor authentication. That is when you want to log into a place, they will first of all send you a code and OTP to your phone, provide the code. Sometimes it's fingerprints. After putting your password, they will not tell you to put your fingerprint or you scan your face. So these are ways of ensuring they have stronger access control.